Santos with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Cousins. They'll fire one downfield for Fant. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I think that's how this defense is going to need to play these tight ends. They got to get right up on them and stay physical. And that paid off on that play, helping force that incompletion.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now Cousins. This one complete to the running back, Chase Edmonds. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. So, Charles, defensively here, you're going up against a veteran quarterback. He's got a lot of know-how, a ton of savvy, but a guy who's not the most mobile of quarterbacks. What's the plan of attack?
You spend all week pumping up your defensive front. Your defensive tackles, your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys who go after the quarterback the most, because you know that he's not going to run and beat you consistently throughout the game. You can rush more aggressively off the edge and even up the middle, because even if he evades you, he's not going to go very far. You have a lot more confidence going after him in the pocket.
A first down throw for Cousins. He's got a man on the crossing route. That's Moore. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that, because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Well, I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. From the gun, here's Cousins. That is caught by Lamb. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A big connection on that one. 31 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Throwing is Cousins. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Touchdown, Jaguars. Marvin Hall, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Here's Batson now, bringing it out of the end zone. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And, Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in Week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit.
And got his man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big play that time through the air. 37 yards. A first down throw, Darnold. And that's going to be caught, Jalen Hurd. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Jalen Hurd, 41 yards. And the Texans have taken the lead. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. A good start to the drive here as that's caught out on the left side. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Cousins. And incomplete on the deep ball. So, CD, big changes for 2021. Of course, last year we had the expansion from 6 to 7 teams in each conference making the playoffs. This year, the headline, the addition of a 17th regular season game. What did you think when you heard the news that this was happening?
Well, my first thought,
he rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Von Bell. And the Texans are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, I want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough.
And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
On 1st and 10, Darnold eluding the pressure right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd. Another try after the first down sack. Darnold being chased out left. And he wisely will throw that one away. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Going for Hurd on the deep ball. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. He He's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. C.J. Mosley, the linebacker, making sure his presence is felt. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. So 8 yards on the completion there. And that's going to make it 3rd down and 10. The play fake, Cousins. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie corner, Pat Surtain. And the Texans are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. On 1st down, it's Darnold. That's complete out left to Ayuk. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Back to throw, Darnold. Over the middle, he completes it to Hurd. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter, 14-7. Now Darnold going to take it and just bat this one forward to his wideout. And this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15. Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say that great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I remember
going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day. Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They forced incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Cousins. He will find the rookie from Ole Miss, Elijah Moore. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1.